The moment has arrived. IQD and VND revaluation quietly activates behind bank doors written by Iraqi Dinar RV for years. The Iraqi Dinar, IQD and Vietnamese Dong, VND have drawn the eyes of those who dared to look beneath the surface of the global financial system. These were the currencies dismissed by mainstream analysts, mocked in online forums, and ignored by everyday investors. But those of us who paid attention, who stayed the course, who saw the patterns forming, we knew this moment would come. Now in August 2025, it's no longer speculation. It's not a rumor. It's not wishful thinking. It's happening. And it's happening quietly but unmistakably inside Tier 1 banks in the United States and abroad. Internal bank screens show live rates for IQD and VND. Let's get straight to the point. What's being seen right now on internal bank systems? Not public forex boards or mobile apps, but secure terminals used by currency desk managers and wealth-tier banking officers, is nothing short of revolutionary. IQD is showing 3.91 USD, VND is showing 0.47 USD. These aren't test codes. They aren't placeholders or simulated training numbers. These are live rates, verified and sitting quietly on foreign currency exchange terminals, typically reserved for high-level banking operations and wealth clients under Tier 4B programs. Let me be crystal clear. This is not a public announcement. This is not mainstream media. This is pre-public activation, quietly unfolding in real time under the radar of most financial observers. Whispers of activation, the telltale signs within banks according to verified internal sources and reports shared from insiders at multiple institutions. These rates have now appeared in at least 3 distinct banking districts across the United States. What's more important, the rates have held steady, no testing labels, no unverified flags, no do not use restrictions. Instead, they are marked as pending Treasury verification. That distinction matters greatly. In banking operations, pending verification doesn't mean speculation. It means a signal has been received, rates have been locked, and the system is synchronizing. The only thing left is the final green light from the top. What you're witnessing is a soft activation of the reset. This is what insiders refer to as the preparation phase or soft activation. It's the moment the system begins to wake up and align. Screens that have long remained blank now populate with numbers. Currency codes that once returned null values are now producing actual rates. This doesn't mean the public can walk into a bank today and exchange at these values, not yet. But what it does mean is that the machinery of global reset has begun to turn. The gears are moving, quietly, deliberately. This isn't just about Iraq or Vietnam, it's global. To understand the significance of this moment, we must zoom out. The Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, has spent nearly a decade rebuilding its monetary system, strengthening reserves, eliminating artificial pegs, and aligning with BRICS plus nations. Vietnam has gradually moved toward digitized banking infrastructure, built trade corridors with China and Russia, and amassed gold reserves in the background of global instability. Neither of these countries has made these moves randomly. These are strategic preparations, steps taken to align with a new financial system that replaces Western-controlled fiat currency with asset-backed, digitized, and blockchain-verified monetary protocols. And that system, it has a name, QFS, the Quantum Financial System. QFS, RTGS, and blockchain settlements. The infrastructure of the reset, the rates showing now on bank terminals are not simply numbers. They are signals of system synchronization across QFS, Quantum Financial System, and RTGS, real-time gross settlement platforms. These systems don't rely on paper. They don't require manual confirmation. They work on digital validations using secure blockchain-based protocols, meaning once a rate appears, it has already been confirmed across a web of interconnected financial nodes. You can't spoof this. You can't fake it. You can't Photoshop it. Only those with authorized credentials and access to Tier 4B currency platforms are seeing these changes. This is how the global reset was always designed to work, discreetly, securely, and in controlled stages. So what does this mean for you? If you've held IQD or VND for years, whether in small amounts or large, your moment may have arrived. And let's be honest, you've endured doubt, criticism, and sometimes even ridicule. But now your patience, preparation, and foresight are paying off. While the media waits for press releases, while the public waits for headlines, while skeptics keep calling it a scam, you are already watching the system activate. The very fact that internal bank screens, which were empty for years, are now showing verified rates tells you everything. This is the trigger window, a limited opportunity for those who were prepared in advance. This process was never meant to be fair. It was meant to be precise. The Tier 4B redemptions will not be advertised. You won't see them on CNBC. There won't be a banner on Bloomberg. The phone won't ring. The only indication will be those internal screens and you being ready. What happens next? The countdown begins now that the rates are appearing. Here's what to expect in the coming days, possibly hours. One final verification from Treasury once the U.S. Treasury confirms the rate activation. Instructions will begin flowing to Tier 4B redemption centers and wealth managers. 2. Appointment scheduling opens, brief window pre-authorized individuals, those who registered with legitimate exchange or redemption lists, will begin receiving notifications for in-person appointments. 3. Rate lock-in and exchange procedures. Once inside the redemption center, the offered rates will be verified, KYC protocols initiated, and contract options provided for currency exchanges. 4. Non-disclosure agreements, NDAs. Most exchanges will require signing NDAs due to the strategic nature of the reset. This is why you won't hear post-exchange stories in public. 5. Wealth transition and strategic planning. Once complete, you'll be introduced to wealth management professionals who help you preserve and grow your new wealth in a new economic era. What you must do right now if you're holding IQD or VND or both, now is the time to get organized. Here's what I personally recommend based on what I've gathered. Double-check your currency is genuine and authenticated, preferably with certificates of authenticity. Prepare a simple folder with documents including ID, address proof, and your currency holdings. Keep watch on your email and phone if you're on a registered redemption list. Stay calm, stay quiet, stay focused. The first to act smartly will benefit most, and most of all, remember this. This process has been a marathon, not a sprint. You've done the waiting, you've done the research. Now don't fumble in the final few yards. Final thoughts. The window is small, but it's open in financial history. There are only a few truly transformative moments. What you're witnessing now, is one of them. For years, people laughed at the idea of a revaluation. They called it a fantasy, a conspiracy, a hoax. But those who understood the architecture of global finance, who studied central bank behavior, BRICS negotiations, gold reserves, and digital transformation, they saw it coming. Now the signals are no longer hidden. They're right there, blinking on screens that matter. This isn't a theory, it's not hype, and it's not a test. It's a quiet, historic transformation happening in real time. Written by Iraqi Dinar RV for those who didn't just speculate, but prepared. Disclaimer: this article is intended for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial, legal, or tax advice. The foreign exchange market is inherently risky and prone to misinformation. Consult with qualified professionals before making any investment decision. Iraqi Dinar RV is not liable for any losses or damages resulting from the use or reliance on this content.